Hi there, Plush here, and today I am going to be simply taking these two controllers, both of them are Gamecube controllers, and switching out their shells. This one right here is a custom shelled one with an old controller's motherboard that I used to own. The controller is used by Fluffy, who you might know from the fact that they're my girlfriend and have been on stream a few times before I moved them to nights only. And this controller is one that I got a bit more recently. The main issue right now with this controller is that the C-stick will not always function properly. Sometimes it'll drift or act as if it's not being used when you're using it. And so, to fix that, we are going to be changing out the shell and buttons for these, basically swapping them. That way we can have a working controller for Fluffy.
So to show what I'm talking about, here's the controller here. I have it plugged into my modded Wii. And if I hit the C stick, you'll realize that sometimes it'll act as if I'm pressing slower than I actually am. And will just drift over instead of actually, like right there, it'll just drift rather than going to where I want to immediately. This is especially noticeable pressing left, like right there, and it seems to be at random. This is something that I'll need to fix at a later point. And if I were to take the controller that I am replacing it with, right here, you can see that the not only is it a bit more immediate, but also it reaches much further. It goes all the way to 85, while this controller will only go up to 80 at best. And that's before it drifts. Right, like right there, I'm holding this, and it only went to 60 something and slowly crept its way up the rest of the way.
So, we're going to start by taking apart this one with the screws in on the back. Need to make sure I have the correct screwdriver. These two, one of them's a 3-point, one of them's a 4-point. And it's the 3-point ones that these controllers use. Whoop. So we're going to take the time to unscrew all these. Which may take a minute, so I apologize. Need to be careful not to accidentally strip these screws too. Wait, there's a mix of Cross and Phillips in here. And there's a screw missing. Didn't even realize that till just now. Oh, that one there. Because there should be a screw in here, but there is one missing. And I didn't realize that until just now. So I'm wondering if that was something that went missing when the initial case swap happened, or if it's always been missing. Since this case, along with my controller, were both gotten when we went to Frostbite in 2020. That was a very fun time. Definitely recommend it to anyone that's would like to go to a tournament. It's just fun to hang out at, even if you're not actually participating yourself. This screw is not wanting to come out. I guess I'll just take out the last screw and take it out with the case. Alright. Is this not fully unscrewed? There we go. And there we are. So now we have the motherboard showing. We have our triggers may as well keep these in here. There's no need to take those out because we can just change the whole back plates. And here's the actual motherboard. We'll take the sticks off of them. We'll move this over here. We'll just keep that as is. Hopefully I don't accidentally get that messed up. Things that keep the start button in place aren't here either. Oh wait, no, that's just part of the mold. Okay, so now that that's done, just a quick look over on it. It looks like everything else is fine. So whatever is going wrong with this stick is something that, again, I'll have to figure out later. Could be a wire or something. Alright, so now it's time to take apart this controller. This one does have all the screws, and these are all the triangle one, meaning that the one Phillips one there was added later. So we'll just, these ones are pretty tight in there. Also a bit crusty, so hopefully the motherboard is not going to be crusty looking. That would be not nice. This controller probably has never been actually taken apart, which is most likely why these screws are so tight in here. This last one is being a pain. Come on. There we go. Ooh, that sounded crusty. There is definitely a bit of cleaning that might need to be done with this case before I put it back together. But the motherboard itself looks basically similar. Looks really good. Don't see any issues with it. So we'll just take the sticks off, put the other sticks on. Ooh, this looks a bit rough. Bit of dust and whatnot underneath there. So I might actually get a napkin real quick. This also looks different. It's, wonder why this looks it's a different color, and I think a different, is that a different branding? See, I have no clue what is going on with the C-stick, because that is the only part that really looks any different. So I guess we'll just, I'll be right back as I get a little thing to brush it off. I should have had this tool with me when I was getting ready for this. It's got a little scraper and a little brush. The other side is a sponge, so we're gonna just take the brush side, clean this off. Nice and dusty. Wonder why this stick is all dusty and messed up, but the other just looks like it's straight up from a different controller. Don't know why the recording stopped there, but we'll just continue getting this all undusty and whatnot. Doesn't seem like there's really too much our maintenance that needs to be done visually beyond that. And dust can build up inside controllers all the time. Usually it just sort of happens. There's not much that really can be done to prevent it because it's just something that will happen. There's also a tie here that's on both, so that is about right. So now we'll take the sticks and put them on. Correct orientation. There we go. Make sure this has nothing on it real quick. And that will go here. These will go right here. Now, assembling this back together is a little bit difficult. Actually, instead of doing it like that, it's easier to put it onto the underside of the front. So we'll put that in here. Take the start button, put that properly with the holes aligned in here. That way we should be able to take the motherboard and just nicely put it right in here. The buttons are a bit loose, but that's expected. And we need to make sure that this wire is tucked up and in. I don't think I have it properly tucked in. No, I do not. There we go. Just so that you can get a good look. Now we take the back panel and we just simply slip it on, and there we go. There's no, unlike the PlayStation controllers or whatnot, there is no real snap that I'm aware of to putting these back together. So now it's just down to putting the screws in. And we're going to take the screws from the black controller, since those ones seem to be in better shape. Whoop. Stay. Since these screws are both in better shape and are all the same, so we'll start by putting one in the top right here and tighten it a little bit. We're not going to tighten it all the way, since we are going to have to go back through all these holes and tighten them up more once we have all the screws in. And the reason for that is because when you tighten up any screw in a set of 4, it'll compress the two pieces of whatever that you are like putting together with the screws tighter together, which will loosen up the other screws because now it's just tighter. It's not a bad thing when it happens. You just gotta be aware of it. Oh, there we go. The screw didn't want to go in. Okay, this one is being a bit tight already. That's because it's a bit of a shallower hole. Now we'll do up here. Right. These top ones are a bit wonky to get the screws in because of the angle that they go into. There, I think, did I get it? I think I got it started. Yep, there we go. This one's feeling tight already. That's not great. Maybe this one's just supposed to be tight? Okay. Then we go here. There we go. One more screw right in here. And now we make sure to tighten all the screws that we didn't yet. This screw hole might be stripped because it doesn't feel like it's getting any tighter. Same with this one. Of course, it's my luck that the two first ones I put are the ones that are in stripped holes. And there we go. These buttons feel or sound like they're a bit loose, but otherwise this should be good. I don't like how loose they sound. You can hear them rattling around, but they shouldn't be going anywhere. So now we just need to do some testing.
And hey, now we are back here to test the controller. I did shake one of my other GameCube controllers. I apologize. Apparently, that's just something that all GameCube controllers do. So now we're in here, just a quick little test of all the buttons. We see that the buttons are working fine. The left stick seems like it is working all right. Z, R, L, D-pad, and C stick. And as we see, it's actually not exactly working perfectly, but that it might not be reaching as far due to how the controller is actually molded. It doesn't seem like it's doing that thing where it's holding back. And that was the main focus. Just a little bit of a test. Seems like it is working fine. Other than not reaching as far left as I would like, again, that is not exactly something that I think can be fixed with this shell, because it is, in fact, how the shell is molded, most likely. So yeah, controller is now good, and that means Fluffy should be able to use it whenever we play any GameCube games. Or if she wants to start using it for something on the Switch, like Smash Ultimate or whatever. But that should be about. Oh wait, I should probably also check vibration. Vibration feels like it is working just fine. So that is good. So that means that will be where I am ending it. I'm going to assemble the R controller off of the footage just because that one isn't really as important. So thank you for watching and enjoy your day. Thank you for watching.
Just a quick end of the night update. So I put the shell back onto this controller. It's a different shell. It's the original purple with the clear back that the controller used to have before it was used for Fluffy's custom controller. And the C-stick now works fine. What I think happened is that because I put the screw into this arm of the controller rather than having it in this one where it was when I was taking apart the controller, this is keeping the controller tight enough to where it's basically it's holding the controller properly, making the C stick actually work right. Meaning that that screw for the arm of the controller most likely it was missing sometime beforehand. I'm not sure when. But either way, figured it out. That's about all there is for this short update.